Today we're gonna whip up a quick and easy bruschetta chicken salad. This chicken salad is make ahead, so perfect for the summertime, and I'm gonna show you 3 really delicious ways to eat it. You're gonna start with 1 pound of chicken breasts. That could be 2 to 3 chicken breasts depending on just how big they are. You're gonna pat the chicken breasts dry with a paper towel and transfer them to a rimmed baking sheet. Then you're gonna drizzle the chicken breast with about 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you're gonna season with 1 3/4 teaspoon kosher salt, 3/4 teaspoon black pepper, 3/4 teaspoon garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Make sure you season your chicken on both sides, and then you're gonna evenly rub that seasoning all over each chicken breast. Transfer the chicken to a preheated 375-degree oven, and you're gonna cook that for about 30 minutes or until the internal temperature of the chicken registers 165 degrees Fahrenheit. While the chicken is baking in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and whip up the bruschetta portion of the recipe. Grab yourself 4 medium-sized tomatoes or 6 tomatoes on the smaller side. You're gonna take that stem end right off, and then you're gonna have a bowl ready, and what you wanna do is just get in there with your fingers and remove all of the seeds and all of that pulp. If you leave the seeds and the pulp intact, it's gonna water down your seasoning and your vinaigrette. I like to use a serrated knife. Anytime I'm cutting tomatoes, it makes such easy work getting through that pesky tomato skin. Tomatoes are diced, moving on to the shallot. If you don't have a shallot, you can use 1/2 of a small onion. You're just gonna mince that shallot pretty small, and you're gonna add it to the bowl with your tomatoes. Now we're gonna move on to the basil. You cannot have bruschetta without fresh basil. You're gonna cut into about 2 tablespoons, and then you'll add that to the bowl as well. Another essential ingredient, garlic. We're gonna mince into 2 cloves of garlic, add it to the bowl. That's all the chopping we have to do for our bruschetta. If you are a huge bruschetta fan, you must check out our bruschetta party platter. It is so perfect for summer entertaining. We serve it all summer long in this house. Now set your veggies aside, and you're gonna grab yourself a big bowl. This is where the chicken, the bruschetta, and the vinaigrette are gonna take place. 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 1 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Give that a whisk, and now you're gonna slowly stream in a 1/4 cup of olive oil, whisking the whole time. When it's all said and done, this mixture should appear slightly thickened, and now we're gonna check back in on our chicken. After about 30 minutes, your chicken should be finished baking. You're looking for an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the chicken's cool enough to handle, you can transfer it to a work surface, and I like to cut my chicken into big chunks, cutting against the grain, and then hand shred it. Hand shredded chicken will give your chicken salad fantastic texture. Now, once your chicken is shredded, you need to make sure that it is completely cooled before combining it with the tomatoes. If you add warm chicken to your raw tomatoes, it's gonna slightly cook your tomatoes, and we want those tomatoes to stay bright, vibrant, and fresh. Add your shredded and cooled chicken to the vinaigrette, and then you'll add that bruschetta mix right over the top. Give everything a stir, and that's your chicken salad. Now, earlier I told you I was going to share 3 different delicious ways that you can enjoy this bruschetta chicken salad this summer. Here's number 1. This one's pretty basic and pretty easy. You're gonna chop up some romaine lettuce, put it in a bowl, add a heaping pile of your bruschetta chicken salad right on top, add a few little shards of Parmesan cheese, and then I like to give it a really light drizzle of olive oil and a generous squeeze of balsamic reduction. I'm just using a store-bought balsamic reduction, and you can find that typically near the other dressings at your grocery store. The next one is really great for entertaining or just snacking in the summertime. These are bruschetta chicken crostinis, and they are the bomb. You'll start by slicing into a baguette. You wanna cut it on a bias about 1/4 inch thick. Then you're gonna lay your baguette on a baking sheet, and you're gonna give that a light spritzing with either avocado oil or olive oil. I find you'll get much better coverage over your bread if you use a spray rather than just drizzling olive oil across the top. Turn your bread, give it 1 more even spray on the other side, a light sprinkle of kosher salt, and then we're gonna pop it in a 400-degree oven. We're gonna bake for about 8 minutes. Turn your bread about halfway through the cook time, and after the 8 minutes is up, they should be beautifully golden and ready for their toppings. To create the perfect summertime crostini, you're gonna add a nice spoonful of that bruschetta chicken salad right over the top. We're gonna come in again with a big shard of Parmesan cheese, and then I like to top it off with just a few of those little tomatoes that have marinated in that balsamic vinaigrette. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is so good. And last but not least, we're gonna turn this bruschetta chicken salad into the ultimate summertime dinner sandwich. You're gonna need some ciabatta buns, and we're just gonna cut those in half. Again, we're gonna come in with a cooking spray, and you're just gonna spritz the inside of those buns. Transfer them to a 400-degree oven, and you're gonna bake for right about 6 to 8 minutes. As soon as that bread is looking golden and toasty, pull it from the oven, give it a nice little smear of mayonnaise, and then you're gonna lay down a heaping pile of your bruschetta chicken salad. Top that off with about a 1/4 cup of freshly grated mozzarella cheese, put it back on the pan, and then we're gonna put it back in the oven at 400 degrees for another 4 minutes. As soon as that cheese is looking beautifully melty, pull it from the oven, add the top bun, and dig in. Clearly, this is a summer-inspired recipe. If you're looking for more summer recipes to add to your recipe lineup, be sure to check out our summer recipes playlist. Can I say recipes just one more time, do you think?